by sharing some of our time and music with you, we are able to show our thanks for all of you that have done and will do for us, for our country. On September 14, 1814, U.S. soldiers at Baltimore's Fort McHenry raised a huge American flag to celebrate a crucial victory over the British forces during the War of 1812. The sight of those broad stripes and bright stars inspired Francis Scott Key to write a poem that eventually, when set to music, became the United States national anthem. Key's words gave new significance to our national symbol and started a tradition through which generations of Americans have invested the flag in their own meanings and memories. If you'll please stand while we perform our nation's national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. For those of you doing the math, next year is the 200th anniversary of the writing of the words to the national anthem. In 1893, at the age of 36, Catherine Lee Bates, an English professor at Wesley College, had taken a train trip to Colorado Springs, Colorado, to teach a short summer school session at Colorado College. Several of the sights on her trip inspired her, and they found their way into her poem, including the world's Columbian Exposition in Chicago, the White City with its promise of future contained within its alabaster buildings, the wheat fields of America's heartland, Kansas, through which her train was riding on July 16th, and the majestic view of the Great Plains from atop Pikes Peak. This is America the Beautiful. We'd now like to honor not only our veterans in attendance, but also their families. The 5 branches of military, Coast Guard, Army, Navy, Marines, and Air Force, will have their service songs played. We respectfully ask that any veteran or family member of a military service member please stand and be recognized while your service song is played. There will be a brief pause between each song to allow you to return to your seat. Singing a song in the revolutionary America was not necessarily an innocent act. At the time, almost everyone sang in public on occasion, either for entertainment, for worship, or as part of their work. However, songs were also important instruments of satire and mockery. People used them to make fun of public figures, to pass ugly rumors, or playfully insult their enemies, and sometimes their friends. As opposition to British rule in American colonies heated up, satirical songs took on a new edge. Rebellious colonists sang songs insulting Britain's King George III as a drunken tyrant, and British soldiers answering with songs ridiculing the Americans as backwood yokels. By 1781, when the British surrendered at Yorktown, being called a Yankee Doodle had gone from being an insult to a point of pride, and the song had become the new republic's unofficial national anthem. This is Yankee Doodle, Yankle Doodle Dandy. The Patriot is a 2000 American historical war film, although I don't know how accurate, starring Mel Gibson and the late Heath Ledger. The film mainly takes place in rural York County, South Carolina, and depicts the story of an American swept into the American Revolutionary War when his family is threatened. This is the theme for the movie, composed by John Williams. For 150 years, Americans have heard the somber 24 notes of taps, our national song of remembrance. The call holds a special place in our American heritage. At summer camp, scouts, during basic training, a Memorial Day and Veterans Day service, and at all military funerals. It is one piece of music easily recognized for its powerful and emotional message. It is a uniquely American piece of music born on a battlefield and sounded at some of the country's most sacred locations. Originally conceived as a replacement signal to order lights out at the end of the day in the military, the call transformed into the funeral honors accorded all uniformed personnel who have faithfully served our nation. While still sounded every evening at military bases to signal the day is done, the notes of taps have become part of our national consciousness. In times of peace and war, the 24 notes of this familiar melody have been performed each day in virtually every part of our nation. From the banks of the James River in Virginia, to the beaches of Normandy, to the Punch Bowl in Hawaii, to the lawn of the White House, to the distant lands of the Middle East, to Arlington National Cemetery. It is one of the calls that unites all Americans in tribute, honor, and remembrance. As Oliver Wilcox Norton, the first bugler ever to sound the call, wrote, "There is something singularly beautiful and appropriate in the music of this wonderful call. Its strains are melancholy, yet full of rest and peace. Its echoes linger in the heart long after the tones have ceased to vibrate in the air." This is Taps for Band. We ask that you please stand as we close our concert. Thank you very much. We thank you for your attendance tonight. We hope that we've enjoyed our performance this year, and we hope to see you all again next year as we honor our veterans again November 11th next year. Thank you.